Eva, karibu sana.
Asante.
I'm so excited to interview you, first of all. But
Why? Why?
Who gets a chance to interview their boss? Anyway, first of all, once upon a bottle, what was your turning point?
Those are the hard questions that I'm still trying to like answer, because as I said in the post, I didn't have a plan. I didn't even have an answer to what happens after the 100 days. But it was a point where I needed to challenge myself because I was losing it. As I put in the post, my relationships, family, friends were a mess. Had become a mess because I didn't have time for people. I would spend a whole weekend in a bar and I couldn't do activities, so like even family activities, I couldn't do a lot, and my family suffered a lot during those 2 years. I couldn't afford sometimes to even do some things like even medical for probably my dad, my mom. I got to a point where I had so much debt that it became a struggle to even buy a shirt. It got to that point, but I could get money to drink. I could because I got to a point where I'm borrowing to sustain the habit. I'm borrowing to sustain the lifestyle, where we had this, like, I wanted to show people that I can live this lifestyle. I wanted to show people that I'm okay. I wanted to show people that I'm happy. And for me, I was using alcohol now to like live a certain kind of life. But the fact of the matter was that I was struggling inside. I was going through depression. I had mental breakdowns. I even missed one day. I missed work because of a mental breakdown. As in, it got to that point. So sometime mid last year, I decided, let me try and see if I can figure out my life and try and focus more on something that would build me and take me to a different level where I can appreciate life more, and as well as get away from that dependency. And eventually I started talking, some sort of counseling in church, and some sort of therapy, and that helped me start thinking positively about life. I still didn't stop drinking as I was doing, but I gave myself a goal of reducing, not going every day to the bar. I used to leave the office and go to Bavaria and start and have a few beers or whiskey or whatever that I wanted to take. And so I decided, let me try that and see if I reduce probably the amount of alcohol that I'm taking. Probably I would have a better life. And I was also suffering in terms of health, and I wanted a better, just basically my life was not normal, and I wanted a normal life. And so on December 29th, that's when I made a decision. I said I want to challenge myself this year not to be like last year, that is now 2017, not to be like 2016, where I started 2017 with a massive hangover. And I said I will go out on 29th and on 30th, and I go out on 31st, and if I can start the year sober, I can see if I can take it further. And so on first, I said, let me add another 98 days to these 2 days and see if I can be able to manage without alcohol, without depending on alcohol for that time. And that's how I got to do the 100 days. It was a challenge to myself. But me sharing the story was not just because I had gotten to 100 days. My sharing the story was about me, getting some sort of closure from where I was. even just trying to encourage myself to move even further. I also wanted to encourage other people. I have friends who are going through the same thing. I know people, acquaintances who are going through the same thing, where we all want to have fun. We all want to have a drink. At times, we encourage each other to drink up, without necessarily knowing why is this person drinking in a certain way? Why is this person? How can someone be in a bar from Friday to Sunday, and your friends actually do not actually even bother about it? We are in groups competing about who has the hugest hangover. We are talking about we are drinking to talk about how we are hangover the following day. And it's not to say that alcohol is bad or anything. It's something that you can have with your friends, you can have with your meal. You can have it, you can celebrate using alcohol, but the overindulgence and overdependence is what, for me, hurt me, and is what I don't want other people getting there. I know there are people who are there, and my post was just to encourage people. You can actually move away from it, reevaluate your life, look at what are you going to do moving forward.
And then between 29 and now, did you ever feel at any point to quit?
Yes. You see, the one of the reasons why I was depending so much on alcohol was it was an escape route to my personal issues, whether at work, at home. It was an avenue for me to like escape. And so during those 100 days, when something came up, probably something stressful came up, I felt like, you know what, I need a shot. I need a drink. But I told myself, I always kept telling myself, you are in this for a reason. You are doing this. If you go back, you're going to suffer. You don't want to go through what you were going through last year, and that's what kept me going.
And then during this time when you're battling with alcoholism, what was your lowest moment?
My lowest moment is first, as I've put in the post, 2 times trying to take my life. My other lowest moment was not being there for my family. As in, family is important. It has always been important to me, but I wasn't there. Not being able to meet my responsibilities, whether to my wife, to my parents, even to my friends, where I couldn't show up for my friends' most important events, whether it's their kids' birthdays, whether it's their birthdays, whether it's just they have an issue, a problem that needs to be solved. I failed to stand up for my friends and my family so many times, and that really used to kill me. I would that would happen probably I have a hangover or I'm drinking somewhere, and then I would feel guilty, and then decide, let me have a drink to kill that guilt. It was a crazy moment. But my lowest moment was not being there for my family and letting my family down, and almost messing up my job, because I'd become lukewarm to my job. There was a lot of laxity. I felt like, I even felt like quitting my job at one point in 2017, early 2017. I'd said, away with this, and let me move on to something else.
All right. And then you mentioned suicide 2 times. What was going through your mind that time when you actually wanted to, take your life?
I felt alone. I felt life was no longer what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I think I had set too many goals for myself and I couldn't manage them.
Yes.
I felt I'd disappointed so many people in my life, whether it's to do with work, whether it's family, whether it's friends. I had felt that was like I was at my lowest, where I felt, what, I really need to get away from all this that is going on.
Yeah.
And the best way is exit.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even speaking about it. I'd said I wouldn't even tell anyone. It would just happen somehow.
Yeah.
And I tried it, but it never worked. I think God always has a way of showing us, see, I have more important work for you right now.
Yes.
Because probably if it had happened, I wouldn't be giving this, this encouragement to people to try and fight, whether it's depression, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's drugs, whether it's sex. As in, life is about us moving forward. Our past should not be like a stumbling block to where we are supposed to go, and that's one of the greatest lessons that I have learned. Everyone has their own journey. My journey, which I'm still on, is not your journey. It's not anyone else's journey. Everyone has their own. What you need to do is realize that I really need to either take a different path. I really need to fix something in my life, or just work things out, with my people, my friends, my family, all those things. Because the other day I was watching something, and it's about this famous story told about this woman who was asked by a reporter once, that how did it was an old couple that was asked how did they manage to stay together for 65 years, and the woman said that they were born at a time when when something was broken, you fixed it, not throw it away. And we are living in a certain age where we want to get rid of things fast, and at times even that means getting rid of our own lives and our own livelihoods, all those things. We want a fast moving lifestyle or life, and so we pick up lifestyles that end up endangering us. So it's that is something that I really wanted to move away from, and the fact that those attempts did not happen, I thanked God for it. Later on, I thanked God for it and said that I think I still have a purpose, and I really need to find my purpose, and that's the journey that I am on right now.